South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
A 3-yard loss.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
John Ross, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Dolphins, nothing. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Check, 59.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
On first down, they run with Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, a run with Breida. And some room to roam now. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 11. A big play there for the Dolphins. 51 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Mixon on the carry.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
John Ross, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Bengals 14. Dolphins.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
59 mark, 59 mark, check. Don't get nervous.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Dolphins 7.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Dolphins 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. On second down, Tua. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
Miami Dolphins.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Matt Breida, the ball.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
By Trey Waynes.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Looking to pass, Tua. And it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That was big Geno Atkins who got upfield to make the play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
59 mark, check, 59.
Tua sets up to pass it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Dolphins 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Bengal ball carrier.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
A gain of 7.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Now they run with Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. on third down. Burrow got a man open. It's Ross. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
13 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Going deep downfield. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Gay is on for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Bengals 28, Dolphins 14. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now it's Breida. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 48-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 55. Come on. Check 55. Come on. Mike, 55. Right there. Look, 55. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike, 55. Mike.
From From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Tua. That'll be complete to Breida. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Complete.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
55, mark, 55.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's a run with Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Gay's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. mixing with it. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Howard on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
To John Ross.
John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins 21. Matt Gay set to kick
After the
off.
touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. This out quickly to Williams.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Check 59.
Tua on 4th down. It's complete to Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Tua. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 50 yards.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow, escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now their defense came through with a goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fighting his way through contact. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Run there by Matt Breida. He spent the early part of his career in San Francisco, sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Back to throw is Tua. And his throw is incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Bengals 45, Dolphins 28. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 15-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Just like that.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now off off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And a Bengal first down. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Miami, the season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.